Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be talking about my Dark Angels Army project that I'm currently working on and hope to finish soon. So essentially what this is my Dark Angels army, and I've got a lot of models that I want to repaint or are unpainted that I just want to get done and officially make a big old project on it and track my progress with it. So here on the left, we have a lot of my finished models from the army. As you can see, vehicles, elite units, not really any troops choice, heavy support there, a lot of characters, and my unfinished or models that I need to repaint. We've got a lot of infantry, some bikes up there, and a couple characters. So I just want to begin by talking about some of the ones I've completed already. So let's begin with some characters. Starting off strong, we've got Master Lazarus, who is a character that I've completed recently, and he's essentially going to be in charge of the army. He is 5th Company, so I want the whole army to be 5th Company of the Dark Angels. Yeah, you can see the little, got his name on the shoulder pad. All little beeps and boops painted in. It's a nice freehand work on the inside of the cape there, more on the outside. On the back side, sword is painted non-metallic metal, make it all shiny. Nice detail on his face there. Made it look like he's got some shaved hair on the side of his head, just for a bit of realism. So, yeah, I'm really proud of this model. I think he came out well, and I'm glad that he's going to be leading this force. So, another model here is the Primaris Chaplain on bike. I'm going to be using this guy primarily as supporting a lot of the outriders that I want to have in the army. So he's there, just no kit bashing at all. I really like the standard model with that awesome skull helmet. Like, just look at that. That's a beautiful helmet. And some nice work I think I did with the book, making it look like worn leather. I think I did a good job on that. Crozius looks awesome. I want him to be more of a combat character, so I'm going to give him the Relic Crozius. Push him up there with those bolt guns. He's got a bit of shooting with those. So yeah, I think he looks pretty good overall. Next, I've got the Chaplain on foot, who is part of the Indomitus box set. I think his faceplate looks pretty cool. I would have given him the skull helmet if it weren't for that awesome sort of half cyborg head he has, because I think that just looks amazing. He's got a Crozius there, pretty awesome looking, chains all over him. A lot of purity seals on his back. He's got that little book down there. Again, I tried to make it look a bit worn, but yeah, so he's going to be more of a support character for infantry if I ever want to take him. And then we've got the Captain from Indomitus. Oh my, his shield was never really glued down, so it's just kind of in for the ride most times. He looks pretty awesome with his shield. Dead Necron on the base. Just want to put that because my brother plays Necrons. So, well, I mean, it's also pretty cool for the base. Had a bit of a worn pattern on those rocks there. Pretty cool. I tried to do more of a magma sword effect on his sword. I think it could have come out better, and I'm going to need a bit more practice to do that to its fullest extent. So there, I think that little shield there, it came out very nicely with the worn effect I did on it. So I think he's pretty cool as well. And let's turn Lazarus around. We've got this Primaris Lieutenant who's also from Indomitus, just with a Volkite pistol, storm shield, the inside of the storm shield, nice multicolored Volkite pistol there. Power sword in the back, looks nice and worn with the leather. Looking pretty cool. So, also got this Redemptor Dreadnought here, and carrying an Iron Warrior. Drop his flame around the ground. I guess he's just crushed the Iron Warrior's head is what I imagine in my... Got some honors on the side there. I made this is magnetized onto him. So I want to be able to change the weapon option out for that. To the onslaught Gatling cannon, but I haven't really painted that up yet, so it's gonna remain off the model. Nice grassy base, some barbed wire. It isn't a war zone after all. And then we'll move on to some other vehicle here. Repulsor, Executioner. It's got all of the honors down on him, nicely highlighted all the way around. Got the macro plasma incinerator cannon. I have the other weapon option, I just don't think it's as good, and the macro plasma incinerator is really just an iconic Dark Angels weapon. I just wish they still had the ability to reroll the ones while they were standing still, because that would really benefit this gun. Got all those painted, Dark Angel symbol on the back, Dark Angel symbol on the side doors. So that's a bit of a transport / heavy support option for them. And then I've got some Venerable Dreadnoughts because I really love these old Dreadnought models. They just look a bit stubby next to the new model. I wish if they made another Venerable Dreadnought model, just like with the same sort of shape, but they scaled it up a bit, I think it'd look awesome and it wouldn't look as stubby. Wouldn't have to be as tall as the Redemptor Dreadnought, just a bit taller than it normally is right now. I just think they'd look awesome. Twin plasma or twin las cannon. I've got the other weapon options. I just think the las cannon is what I want to roll with. Oh, just fell off. Let's put that back in. I haven't glued his arms in just so I can switch the weapon options out. So, yeah. It's in there. I think it looks pretty awesome, especially with the Dark Angel specific sarcophagus and all the Dark Angel symbols on him. Back isn't too interesting. I mean, didn't really do a whole lot of detail on there. And we got the other Dreadnought here. This was a bit older than that one. So, yeah, the back is a bit more colorful, but not by much. And then we've got some... Oh, let's go to the Outriders first. We got the Primaris Outriders. These guys are from Indomitus. Probably going to pick up some more ones and maybe kit bash them a bit just so they're not the same mold. This guy's got a scar running across his head. These guys look pretty cool. They're going to be beasts in combat, especially with that chaplain. And yeah, not as good as Blood Angels Outriders, but it's really thematic for the Dark Angels army, I would say. That one pointing the chainsword out. And then there's this guy here. I did some road bases for them. You notice that a lot of my bases aren't really the same. I mean, Lazarus is standing on sort of a rocky wave area. Here, just a second, rocky area, standing above some waves. I really don't care if they have a unified basing scheme. I just want the bases to look cool, so that's really my goal for this army. We've got this guy, some Eliminators here. Painted these guys up from the Shadow Spear box set. So they're the monopose ones. Put an old Imperial Guard flag back there. I want to do more of a comic booky style, and I think it came out well for what I was looking for this flag. Got this guy standing beside ruins of a discarded or destroyed tank, you know, Ultramarines. Not for any particular reason, I just thought blue would look cool because of the more comic book style of their armor that I did here. And then the Sergeant, which has the bolt carbine, you notice, just because I want them to be able to shoot and get in cover to hold an objective and not get killed, you know? They're just going to sit back there, hold an objective, and maybe take a couple pot shots at a character just for 90 points. That's a pretty good choice for that. And then I've got my Talon Master back here, which I originally intended him to be Samael on the Sable Claw, but the that got thrown out the window with the new Dark Angels rules, not having Samael and Sableclaw available anymore, just the Samael on his jet bike. So he's just going to be a Talon Master for me right now. The book all painted up, got a bunch of scrolls hanging off. Not much going on at the back, like just a couple of sensors, leather pouches on the side. I think the sword came out looking pretty cool. And then we move on to the mass of unfinished infantry. So I'm really going to have to develop some techniques to get all of these guys painted fast. Like, I want to paint all the intercessors, the tactical marines I've got in the back here. So I should probably talk about what we got. So I've got 15 intercessors. 10 of them have the auto bolt rifles, and 5 of them just have the regular bolt rifles. Then I've got some infiltrators here. One Helix Adept. I don't really want to paint the other half of the squad up yet, just for time's sake. And then I've got 10 tactical marines. Plasma cannon, plasma gun, chainsword, and plasma pistol is the guys from Dark Vengeance. And then I've got some Black Knights here, just with Corvus hammers. I've got some, what do they call it? Blade Guard veterans here, Blade Guard Ancient, and then a lot of Terminators. So 10 Deathwing Knights, and then 10 Deathwing Terminator squads, or 10 of the Deathwing Terminator squads. Deathwing Knights, of course, they've got the Mace of Absolution and the Flail of the Unforgiven. It's the only option. And then for the Deathwing Terminators, Sergeants with Power Swords, Storm Bolters, and then a Assault Cannon for the heavy weapons on both squads. Those are the Dark Vengeance ones. Just ignore that Chain Fist. I'm not really going to use it as a Chain Fist. And then Power Fists and Storm Bolters on the regular Terminators. I've also got Watcher on the in the dark here. So he's already been painted up with that sword. And then in terms of characters back up here, I've got a Phobos Librarian, Asmodai here. There's an older model I had to strip down. Had a couple parts missing, but I supplemented them. And a Phobos Lieutenant that I want to get painted up. So I'm going to have to develop a quick scheme for all these intercessors, tactical marines, and infiltrators. I just want to get them painted quickly. I don't really want to spend as much time as I usually do on them. Because, well, there's just the line infantry. If I took 5 hours on each model, that'd just take too much time. I don't want to spend 50 hours on the squad of intercessors, so, or tactical marines. And then for the more elite choices, like all these Terminators, I probably am gonna do batch paint them, but I'm gonna paint them not as with the quick method. I just want to take a bit more time because they're more of an elite choice. And then these Blade Guard veterans, take time on them, and same with the bikers back there. So the characters, definitely I'm gonna take some time on them, especially Asmodai, since he's a named character for the Dark Angels. So that's the plan. That's what I want to get done. And yeah, that's gonna be my army project. I'm happy to show you it, and I hope to report in with some more progress later on. All right, have a good night. Peace.